বায়োলজিতে সকলকে স্বাগত। ওয়েলকাম all of you to EDUCARE biology. Today I will discuss about the permanent tissue. Permanent tissue. What is permanent tissue? How it becomes permanent? First, what is permanent tissue? Permanent tissue may be defined as the tissue which has not the ability to divide. Okay? The tissue which has not ability to divide. অর্থাৎ they lost their ability to divide. This tissue is called permanent tissue. How it becomes permanent? It originates from the meristematic tissue. After origination, it gets some types of specialization. What types of specialization? It becomes specialization in size, in shape, and in function. There are several types of permanent tissue which has the specialized type of shape, size, and function. Now, I will discuss about the characteristics of permanent tissue. What are the characteristics of permanent tissue? First, at particular shape and size. Each permanent tissue has particular shape and size. This shape and size give the specialization of the permanent tissue. Next, specific function. Each permanent tissue has this specific function which are dissimilar from other permanent tissue. Next, divisibility. Capability of division. Permanent tissue has not able to divide, but they cannot divide. Under certain circumstances, they may able to divide, but generally they cannot divide. Next, living and dead. Permanent tissue may be living or dead. So, living permanent tissue and dead permanent tissue may be found. Next, difference between permanent and meristematic tissue. There are several criteria, there are several subjects regarding the difference between meristematic and permanent tissue. First, size. Meristematic tissue is smaller than permanent tissue. That is, permanent tissue is larger than meristematic tissue. Next step, meristematic tissue is isodiametric, more or less isodiametric, but permanent tissue, there are several types of shapes: oval, round, polygonal, etc. Next, differentiation. Meristematic tissue is undifferentiated. But permanent tissue is differentiated into various types of cells. Next, types. Meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue is one type, but permanent tissue several types. Though meristematic tissue can be divided according to your position, etc. But there are permanent tissue are different types. Next, intercellular spaces. There are no intercellular spaces in meristematic tissue, but permanent tissue has intercellular spaces. Sometimes intercellular spaces are absent in permanent, but generally they contain intercellular spaces. Next, cytoplasm. In meristematic tissue, dense cytoplasm is present, but in permanent tissue, less dense cytoplasm is present. Next, vacuoles. Meristematic tissue. In meristematic tissue, vacuoles are absent, but permanent tissue has vacuoles. There are small vacuoles or big vacuoles or large vacuoles. In case of large vacuoles, peripheral cytoplasm consists. Next, nucleus. Centrally conspicuous nucleus is present in meristematic tissue. In case of permanent tissue, peripheral cytoplasm content, and within the peripheral cytoplasm, less conspicuous nucleus is present. Next, divisibility. Meristematic tissue has the capacity to divide, but a permanent tissue has not the capacity of dividation. Cell wall. In case of meristematic tissue, cell wall is thin. In case of meristematic tissue, cell wall is thin, but in case of permanent tissue, cell wall may be thin or thick. Function. Meristematic tissue has the function of growth of stem, leaf and root. But in case of permanent tissue, there are several types of specialized function. They can store the food materials, they can store the excretory products, they can store the different types of minerals and others, and there are several types. They can mechanical strength, etc. Meristematic tissue is always living, but in case of permanent tissue, it may be living or non-living. So, meristematic tissue and permanent tissue are different in several criteria. Next, I will discuss about the types of meristematic tissue. Types of meristematic tissue. Types of permanent tissue. Permanent tissue are two types. That is, first, simple permanent tissue. Next, complex permanent tissue. What is simple permanent tissue? The permanent tissue which cells are same in origin and function, and same type of cells compose the permanent tissue. Whereas in case of complex, there are several types of cells, but in all the cases, in case of simple permanent tissue, cells are same in origin cells are same in shape and they can do the particular function. In case of permanent tissue, the cells are same in origin, but they are maybe the different types of cells, but collectively they perform a particular function. These are simple and complex permanent tissue. Now, types of simple permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue are three types: parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Three types of simple permanent tissue. Now, I will discuss about the parenchyma. What is parenchyma? Characteristics of parenchyma and occurrence of parenchyma, function of parenchyma. I will discuss first parenchyma. Parenchyma. It is one kind of simple permanent tissue. So what is parenchyma? Para, Greek, para, further you have to decide the meaning of para, Greek, para, you have to decide. Enchyma, means infilling. Engrave, 1682, discovered the parenchyma cell. The infill, beside, it may be called as the packaging tissue. It may be called filler tissue. It fills the vacuoles, is fill the spaces in between two permanent tissue. So it called filler tissue. It may be found around the different permanent tissue. So it is called packaging tissue. Engrave, 1682, discovered the parenchyma tissue. So, parenchyma tissue is defined as the simple permanent tissue whose cells are round or oval. There may be present intercellular spaces. Cells are thin walled, but they perform the same function. This tissue is called parenchymatous tissue, filler tissue, or packaging tissue. Next, what are the characteristics of parenchymatous tissue? Next, characteristics of parenchyma. First of all, act. 1. It size or shape mainly isodiametric. It may be oval, round, or polygonal. Next, upper shape, cell wall. Cell wall is thin, made of cellulose. Next, cytoplasm. It has vacuolated cytoplasm. Cytoplasm, vacuolated, peripheral cytoplasm of the cell, less dense. Next, nucleus. In between the peripheral cytoplasm contain a single nucleus. Next, intercellular spaces. Intercellular spaces. It is the most important character of parenchyma. There must be present intercellular spaces. Next, these are the characteristic features of parenchymatous cells. All cells of the parenchyma are living. They has not the capacity to divide. Next issue. After characteristics, occurrence. Occurrence of parenchyma. It is the basic tissue of plant body. In all the parts of the plant body. That is the stem, leaves, root, fruits. There is several organs which are composed of parenchyma. So it may be called the basic tissue. It may be found in the cortex, endodermis, pericycle, medulla, and medullary ray of the root and stem. It may be found in mesophilic tissue of leaf. It may be found in soft part of fruits and flower. It may be found in embryo and endosperm. So, basically, all the tissues, parenchymatous tissues is very, very important for the body structure of plant. Next, occurrence. After occurrence, function of parenchyma. Function. Basic tissue. I have said before, this is the basic tissue of the plant body. All the organs of plant are produced by this tissue. Number 2, turgidity. What is turgidity? Due to target pressure, the cell wall and cell membrane expands the best limit. Due a parenchyma tissue, there is the osmotic capacity, a targar pressure. By that targar pressure, it expands all over all around the cell wall. And by this capacity, it gives the primary support, firmness of the plant body. Number 3, transport. Lateral transport of minerals, water, performed by this tissue. Number 4, storage. Storage. It stores different types of food material, mainly starch is very important for this reason. So it may be called as the storage tissue. Next, number 5, basic tissue, the activity, transport, storage. Next, filler tissue. Within the permanent tissue, parenchyma tissue space, and by this capacity, it fills the intercellular space of different types of permanent tissue, and for this reason, it protects the plant body. Next, number 6, chlorine on kind of parenchyma tissue. It contains chlorophyll. So, by the photosynthesis, it produces the carbohydrate. It may be called chlorine. It is found in mesophyll tissue of leaf. Number 7, parenchyma. In case of hydrophytes, water plant, it gives the buoyancy, flower to the plant. Number 8, eoblast. It contains the excretory materials of plant, gum, resin, latex, etc. So, we store the waste products of the plant by excretory products of plant. Number 9, prosenchyma. The tip of this cell needle-like and wall is thickened. It is found in hypodermis of geomex. It gives the strength of the plant body. Number 10. Next, epidermis. Epidermis of plants, root and leaves is constituted by this tissue. Number 11. Divisibility. Sometimes parenchymatous tissue may be divided. It may be called as the de-differentiation. By the process of de-differentiation, it produces the new cells. This property is very, very important in case of plant tissue culture. So, these are the functions of parenchyma. Next, I will draw a picture about the parenchymatous cell. Parenchymatous cells are isodiametric, oval or round shaped parenchymatous. There is the thin wall, cell. Next, centrally placed vacuole. This is the vacuole. Next, peripheral cytoplasm. Within the peripheral cytoplasm, nucleus is present. This is intercellular space. Intercellular spaces. This is the parenting. In all the cells have the same character. Next, what is the difference between parenchyma and chlorenchyma? Chlorenchyma is present in mesophyll tissue. Parenchyma is present in hydrophytes. Next, in case of chlorenchyma, intercellular space is present but very small. In case of parenchyma, intercellular space not only present but the air cavity is present. So it gives the buoyancy. Chlorenchyma performs the photosynthesis. It performs the buoyancy of the hydrophytes for floating of the water. The cells of the chlorenchyma are small in size, but the cells of the parenchyma are large in size. These are the difference between chlorenchyma and parenchyma. Thank you all. More on image.